And we are live. Christy, you there?
I am here. Hey,
What
Nino.
up, sis?
Just being me.
Your phone fell like your face.
Literally was talking to you and like dropped my phone. I mean, I caught it midair right before it smacked me in the face.
Good job. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're live lit, and that's it. It is Wednesday, May the 1st, 10:50 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Hope so. Of course, this I got my first day off, so here we are acting bad up all night. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna run
All
through
right.
some clips here, some breaking news, some some stuff from my Facebook or whatever. Just go through the feed and everything. Just chop it up with our people. Y'all, nothing too crazy. We actually had a video that we were fixing to drop on Chrisean. Sis, talk about that real quick without giving too much info. But that's a hot topic. We notice on YouTube, people are just every day. I get a comment on that video. We got how many views, sis? I'll look it up. About a quarter
Uh,
million.
Um, the the last time I looked at it, was like 258,000
It's
views.
263. and
Yeah.
and every
Uh,
day we get a comment on there, and lately it's been picking up, I think, due to people interested in Chrisean Rock. And we're fixing to drop an awesome video with Christy's awesome her research, and me just being the podcaster over here. But it's gonna be a pretty good video. We're gonna drop that probably tomorrow. Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's just ever since we put out the video and everybody, I'll try to link it in the comments in just a couple of minutes. Ever since we put out the video about everyone saying that the baby has Cri du chat
Yeah.
and or fetal alcohol syndrome, it just really picked up a lot of traction. We get probably how many comments are on there, Nino? It's over 5,000
Let me look
now.
at it real quick, ladies and gentlemen. This is a
Um,
good video right here. Let me click it. I don't want to let it play, but it's we have 5,000 likes and we have 4,300 comments on the Chrisean Rock
yeah.
video. And I ain't gonna lie, sis, we got a little bit of blowback from, I want to say our people, but some people were telling us, oh, how dare y'all take advantage of a baby, a child, or even speaking death on him. We're Christians. I think we even prayed for the baby during the 30-minute
We
video. I,
did.
I don't even remember, sis, but
We
I just know that we're not trying to make fun of the baby or speak ill of the baby. The point is, something is up here, okay? And Chrisean Rock is acting very sus, like my son says, or how the kids say. And we made a video pointing out things that we noticed, and people loved your commentary, sis. They thought you did very well. I saw like 80% comments positive, especially with you,
Me
sis.
too.
They said they liked the way we handled ourselves, sis. We weren't trying to be, controversial or try to be getting views. I didn't even know that video would do numbers. It went
The
over a quarter
thing,
mil. It blew up. I didn't know that. We make videos and they do numbers, and it is what it is, y'all. But I never thought that video would blow up, and we never meant to do it to disrespect the baby or anybody's life. We're from the
ever.
from the womb to the tomb. We love all life. Amen. Go ahead, sis.
No, and that was just it. It was just to bring awareness, and actually, it was to bring awareness about Krishan's just like her vile behavior. Her getting in fights and her drinking and smoking and stuff like this, and about the welfare of the child. It was really to
Amen.
bring awareness to what was going on with this child, and the videos that we're going to be doing in the next couple of days also just is to bring awareness. And I'm not going to give a lot of it up right now, but um, I definitely think that the baby does have the Cri du chat, and I think that the baby also. And you really need to go watch this video, and you'll understand what Cri du chat is. A French term that means "cry of the cat," and it is nothing that either parent could have done to cause this. It's missing a chromosome, but the fetal alcohol syndrome is something that a parent did during pregnancy, and was very much at fault of the parent. And I, in my own opinion, I think it's both, and we'll get into that with the video and all of that. But just picked up, we're going to be doing a lot on Krishan, and it's not to bring any bad to the baby; it's to bring awareness. And
Amen.
why isn't somebody stepping up
Yep.
and trying to help this child?
And like I said, y'all, we're gonna be dropping that video tomorrow. We're gonna drop it tonight. Y'all might have some technical difficulties. Shout out my boy. I don't know if AJ's still in here. Saying my set is looking good. We're trying to put our time and effort into this, y'all. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It's today's my first day off, and I said in my last video, kind of moping and groping, but I'm tired, y'all. It's tough being a content creator. Making content, then being a full-time trucker, family man, husband, and all that. It's a tough job, and I'll just leave it at that, sis. That's what I said on my last live that and to be honest, I got this little investment on the table, sis. And I told you the other day too, if the things if this thing goes the way I think it's gonna go, I might just shut down everything, sis. You know, at this point, my privacy and my security is is gonna be more important than anything else, to be honest. And I don't know, that's just what I'm saying, y'all. I hope I continue on social media. I probably will, but to be honest, y'all, it's just been kind of tougher, you know, making content. And sometimes you just don't get. I don't know. It's kind of weird, sis. I was talking about my wife earlier. I was like, it's not like I don't get like. It's not like I'm not like. I got these numbers on certain platforms, but to me, sis, it's not that I don't get like. I'm not trying to say satisfied or whatever off the numbers and views and going viral. Like I go viral all the time. It's really nothing special. You're not trying to be big headed, but it's just I get on my phone sometimes, sis, and I just see the internet. So I see the content. I see just a bunch of toxic, you know,
Yep.
content, sis, and it kind of wears me down. Like, man, is this what I want to be a part of? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I'm giving up, but I'm saying it doesn't feel like it's really worth all my time and effort sometimes to be making content. And then you know when you jump online and all you see is just you know a constant barrage of just negativity, you know, toxic content, and I'm like, man, I told my wife earlier, I said I might just end up erasing all my apps and just be like I used to be. I used to be very much against using the phone, sis. You know, I still am to a certain degree, but now I make content, make money, and reach people hundreds and thousands of, you know, with the content. But to be honest, sis, I was kind of at one point I was really against, you know, just being on the phone all the time and even, you know, messing with these apps and all that. I was more of not a recluse, but somewhat. And I told my wife today, I said I might mess around, just erase all my stuff and just
And
the
you
internet
will,
for real,
you'll,
sis.
yeah, you'll regret. Don't erase anything. I think you would regret that. The biggest downfall for me, Nino, about social media, and the reason that it's hard for me is because everybody knows that I was born with an oil slick for a tongue, and trying to navigate the different platforms and not speaking what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it, without knowing that we're going to be censored or deplatformed or demonetized and all that. That's what just gets me is it's you see all the toxic and vile stuff, and it's just become, I say this all the time, we've become so desensitized to it, and I guess I never will. And that's the hard part for me, is just trying to like keep a civil tongue.
Amen. And we've gotten good at it, y'all. We've actually, you know, become more professional about making content. And I don't know, like I said, it's tough, y'all. It's not that easy just to make content that sticks, that hits, and that people even want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like tonight, we're live right now, and we thank all our people they're even in here. I don't even know how many people are watching right now. God bless y'all. We're just here kicking back on the live up all night. Now let's get to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Christy, you had a great point here. Shout out everybody in the chat. If you're gonna shout anybody else before we start, go ahead while I pull up this screen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to shout out a lot of people. We've got Ellen here, love him to pieces. Kim, who has been a supporter since day one.
Amen.
Decline of Black
AJ.
America is in here. Yep, AJ Herman is in here. We've got Lou. I mean, we just always Patricia, Donna, Lewis, or Luis. I hope I'm saying your name right. Bones in here. Just a lot of people that have rocked with us for a long time.
Amen.
But you know, I'm not, I just need to say this, I'm not letting Nino go anywhere. I don't care if he becomes a billionaire
Oh
and
boy.
I have to send smoke signals to get in touch with him. Like, we're always going to be around, and I mean, I just think that that's who we are.
I hope so.
But
I
you
hope so,
know,
sis. I ain't gonna lie.
me too.
If I bust a J, or was that clap it? The clap it. If I
Yeah.
bust that, I'm out of here, Holmes. Like,
I know where you live. I'll come find you. I'm telling you,
I ain't gonna,
I'll find all the oil roads. I don't care.
no, I just gotta say something. I'm not really saying too
There's
much.
Juicy.
Hey, shout out Juicy. I'm not trying to say too much, but I have been saying kind of too much. But me and my wife and even my son, you know, I took him to the meeting, and we just couldn't believe it. So we're looking at something very, you know, nice in the next 10 months. And I'm an old man, y'all, and I'm always looking for opportunities and investments. And I think I found one of the best ones that, you know, I could ask God for. So like I said, you know, if I hit it big, y'all, if I strike it rich, you might not see your boy. Not just playing.
He ain't going nowhere.
But I
He ain't going
digress.
nowhere because
I'll leave it at that. Go ahead,
I
sis.
I'm going to say the very first time that you and I ever spoke on the phone, I think I rebuked you because you were being hard on yourself. And I said, quit talking
Right.
down on yourself. And then I said that you whenever I was introduced to you through my sister from her finding you on Instagram, um, I said to her, I remember looking at her and saying, he is a vessel. Like this man was put on this planet for a purpose, and it's not to blow smoke up your butt or anything like that, to like, trying to brag on you or anything like that. But your message is not for the weak hearted. You have to be somebody strong mentally to understand your message. And regardless, I don't think that you'll ever be out of being an influencer in some way, whether it be through your Christianity, whether it be through social media, whether it be through helping people. I just think that you'll always be Nino America.
Amen. Thank you. Shots fired. All right, let's go, y'all. Without being on this high horse over here, think you're making me blush. Psych. Let's go. All right. So, Chrissy, you brought this to me. This is crazy, right? Where my Daily Mail? It's over here not looking good. I thought I had it all perfect, y'all. Then we were messing up. Okay, the Daily Mail, ladies and gentlemen, moves over. Sis, so you brought this up before we scroll down. We need to know down, the path down here. Wrong buttons over here. Anyways, where is my bud? Did I erase? Oh, there it is. Before I go down memory lane in a minute. Sis,
I just got to say this, Nino, I got to say this real quick. And the other thing is, Juicy just said the exact same thing I said. She said, and through music, I have been telling him he needs to get back on his music. And I'm going to have everybody pressure you until we start hearing some more of that music.
Amen. Amen. What's up, Manny in the building? Yes. To be honest, I got the full-fledged studio right here. I got high-end audio speakers. I don't even turn them on, y'all, but I really could do the music too. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I said it in the video, the award-winning questions Christy asked me, and we're gonna play that clip in a minute. Give Christy's take. We went viral. But the point is, y'all, my wife, my family, but in particular, my wife is my biggest detriment to my content creation. The point is, I work so much that when I get home, I just want to be around my wife. I'm infatuated with her. Since we sat in front of the front yard and the porch in the front, got a little waterfall going. We sit in the backyard. We got a little water, fountain in the back too, and it's so peaceful. That's what me and my wife love to do, is just sit outside, either the front or back, and just be with each other. So that's my biggest detriment, is being a married man with a wife that I'm so in love with, sis. I just want to be around her all day. If to be honest, if I could peel away from her and make content, I can probably make more videos and more content. But the point is, I'm like stuck like glue to my wife. And that's, if I watch the video, look at the video, y'all. We speak about that, and it's a good interview Christy gave me. But I digress. Let's get to this point. Sis,
Right.
you told me that I've said it before. Let me know in the chat, y'all. I'll probably put a little poll up here. Do you think that Trump's going to become the next president? I've been saying for a while that I think that Trump is not going to be the next president. I'm not going to say why. We're on YouTube, but you already know the rest. I just think that he's not going to get in there. Let's leave it at that. Sis, what is the story that you found? Talk about it.
So it is a man. He's the same age as Trump. He's 77 years old. He's a professor. I believe in Washington. I don't want to give the wrong information. His name is Alan Lichtman, I believe. And he uses 13 keys to predict who's going to win an election. And it says that for 40 years, he's never gotten one wrong.
What?
And yeah, for 40 years, he's never got an election wrong. But I will tell you this. Scrolling through and looking through everything of his, I do believe he is a huge liberal, and there's
he
a
looks
lot
like
of
one.
yeah, and also there's a lot of pictures of him and Biden together. But his exact quote was, "A lot of things would have to go terribly wrong for Biden to lose to Trump."
Wow. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna put the poll up in a minute, but he's saying there's 13 keys. Let's read through them since he got them right now. Lichtman's 13 keys. Party mandate. After the midterm elections, the incumbent party holds more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives than after the previous midterm elections. Contest. There is no serious contest for the incumbent party nomination. Incumbency. The incumbent party candidate is a sitting president. Third party. What else is social unrest? There is no sustained social unrest during the term. I might beg to differ on that. We are broke as hell. Scandal that the incumbent administration is unattained by untainted by major scandal. That doesn't sound right.
That
Let's be
no,
honest. The scandal that we know and talk about all the time, it's not really put out there, or the average
we're not
voter
allowed to talk
don't
about
care.
it.
Let's be honest. I think what's going to happen with the election is going to be based on the economy. Simple and plain. Are people happy with gas prices and uh, food prices the way they are currently? I might be wrong, but again, we're going with the 13 keys. Anything else you see, sis, before we move on from this topic?
Just that the one thing that stuck out was the things that you said about the scandal. We're not allowed to speak about the scandal because we'll be demonetized, deplatformed, whatever. Foreign military failure. We know that under Biden, we've had a bunch of those. We know that equipment and caches of military weapons were left for the Taliban and things like that.
Sis,
Um,
we know this, but the point is, do they know this? Do you know this? Does everybody know this? You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, we're
right.
Trumpers through
But
and through. Go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. So people are going to see this, and all of these things that we saw perpetuate back whenever the election was happening with riots and certain groups and all of that. All of it's getting ready to rear its ugly head again. Watch what I say, and it's all going to be blamed on 45 again.
Kim says, I really hope. Well, let me go to Bone first. He says, it's going to be on 3 to 4 years. I've been watching Nino and listening to what he has to say. His whole demeanor and character get you hooked and makes you want to watch him and listen to him all the time. Hey, I'll take that one, Bone. Appreciate you, bro. That's like what I think Cali Confidential said the other day on my live, says that, all my content's fire and the production values are very high. Like I said, the YouTube is the lowest performing platform because it's the last one we built. Y'all, every other platform we do hitting millions of views. But I
Well,
digress. Who cares, right?
that's
But go
like
ahead.
Kim said. Nino has kept it real and hasn't changed since day one.
Mm-hmm.
So rare these days, especially on social media. And you talk about somebody that's rocked with us from day one. I mean, I think she gave you your first super chat ever,
Yup.
and has been just a rock star. And everybody in here, Carolina,
It's
Shoe Gal, Jay, everybody, Vegas woman, just everybody.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm without tooting my own horn, I'm too raw and too real for TV. Like I'm too uncut, and like people that usually, that's what makes me kind of got me down about social media. People that blow up or have big nut following, sometimes they're like some weirdos. There's some weirdos. They're very questionable. Even someone like the Tatum. He's a Zionist. He's pro-Israel with all this stuff. I don't know. I just think that someone like me, I might not make it in the game as far as, YouTube or whatever, because I'm just too real with it. And people like me are kind of rare on social media. I think I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I honestly believe some of this or all of it, what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that when I look at people that are, of any influence on the internet, they're somewhat weirdos. They somewhat are
Can I be
questionable.
petty?
I don't know. That's what I thought today, especially when I was checking out some channels. Go ahead.
Can I be petty tonight?
Be petty.
So just gonna keep it real and raw.
Uh-oh.
Hey, yeah. Tatum Tatum is a grifter. Tatum sat up there and said for a year that how he was against Donald Trump, how he couldn't do anything, all of this. Then all of a sudden, you see him sitting outside of a Trump rally selling his merch. You see all of these other ones. I don't even care. You see Lexit doing the same thing, that they hate Trump. They're for Trump. Now they're against Trump again, but there's not a better candidate than Trump. And you hear everybody for all of these foreign countries and, want to scream that they're America first, but are doing everything against America first. And like, that is where my problem is with these big influencers. You see how much they grift, and there is nothing that drives me any crazier than the truly grifters, people that flip-flop to whichever way is going to keep getting them the views and the monetization and all of that. That's the way they go. And then whenever it starts trickling back to the other side, they'll trickle back to that side, and it drives me crazy. And they're frauds. That's all I can say about them, is they are absolutely frauds.
And let me get to this point real quick. I kind of said it in my last live, but I gotta be careful here. But it's simple as this, y'all. If your favorite, I'm not throwing shots, but I'm gonna throw them. If your favorite, if your favorite content creator or a person that you follow, especially with the news and the politics, if they ain't talking about Israel, right? If if they're not pointing out things about Israel and they're only pro Israel the whole time, man, my whole thing's messing up. Man, hopefully I don't get taken off here. But if they're not questioning Israel whatsoever and they blindly just support Israel no matter what, that's a problem in my opinion. So I'm not going to sit there and say they got to be, I don't know. I'm just saying if they are pro Israel, I'm just going to tell you, be careful and be very uh, wary. I don't know the right word here, but the thing is, Tatum, I saw him speaking about these protests. You know what, y'all, for free speech, people could protest all they want. Of course, violence, that's one thing, but people could protest. And I don't care about the Israel or Gaza. I only care about America. But you see these people on social media making videos and posts doing for either one, right? Gaza, Israel, whatever, don't matter. What happened to America first? Simple as that. I'll tell you this, if anything, me compared to everybody else, I've been America first since day one, and I will stay America first because for some reason, I don't know if it's just in me or whatever. I'm a Texan. I'm an American. I'm not a Mexican. I'm not from Mexico. I'm not from Israel. I'm from this country. I'm a Christian, and that's simple and plain. And other people that you can see out there, they don't put America first. They say they do. Lexit says they do. I've seen Tatum, I guess, say they do, but then there they are, defending foreign nations that reject Christ and even spit on Christians. The videos on my Instagram. Point is, y'all, I'm America first through and through. I'm Christ first. And to be honest, I'm just a Texan. So maybe my allegiance to my community, my neighborhood, me being a Texan, my allegiance to my state, and then goes out to at least my country. That's how I am. I'm a homegrown, I want to say country boy, city slicker. I don't know what you want to call me. I'm a West Texan, and I'm very much, my heart is very much in the community, my state, and my country. And don't get mad at me if I sit there and say I don't care about Israel, I don't care about Mexico, because to be honest, y'all, I don't think a lot of people, a lot of us really don't even care about them, right? It's just that I'm saying the quiet part out loud. I only care about my family, my house, my community, my state, and then my country. That's just how it works. Simple as that. Go ahead, sis.
No, it is one of my biggest pet peeves, and people in the comments are really talking about it. About Anomaly, he was another grifter, and it's just all these people that did whatever it could to talk, whatever route they needed to go to get the money. The same goes with Adam Clown Hoon. The same goes with Conservative Ant. The same thing goes with Tom McDonald, that is a Canadian grifter doing anything for an American dollar.
He's something else. Tom McDonald, if you look into his background, y'all, I think he's a real grifter. Not trying to hate or whatever, y'all, but this guy, I believe, has some kind of ties to Satanism. He has the tattoos. Somebody else made a good video about this guy, y'all, that he's basically he just finds the next grift, and the next grift he found was the conservative patriot grift, move that a lot of people have done, right? Because they go through his background, they go through his music, they go through all this stuff about him, and they're like, this guy is always doing this stuff. Tom McDonald, y'all, I think he's very dangerous, and many people just like to, to be honest, I don't know anybody listen to his music, but I just know that on social media, YouTube and whatnot, he does reach a certain demographic, and they love his music. From what I've seen, my people don't ever listen to the dude,
because he plays the part.
That's what I'm saying. He plays a part in the boomers and everybody that's patriotic, whatever, Bible thumpers. They're quick to support whatever to further our agenda and cause. People like us, critical thinkers, we're like, nah, something don't look right with this dude. And you look far enough or deep enough, not even sometimes, you can see him, Calhoun, so many, they're just grifters. And they've called me a grifter, sis, but to be honest, I'm an oil man. I ain't got to be on here.
A grifter on what?
I already
what
got
have you, what have you?
Go ahead.
Please tell me one thing. Just tell me one thing that you have backtracked on. Like
nothing. But the point is, I already got money. I don't got to be on the internet to make any more money. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not grifting off nobody, and I'm not here to grift. I actually came up off of social media from being controversial and people trying to keep my head off at protests and rallies. But I digress. Who cares? Point is, y'all, we're America first, and we salute all of our America firsters out there. Let's go. My bad. Let's finish up this topic since we done got off the track here. So the 13 tenets of the Lichtman's 13 keys. I don't know. I don't agree with him, sis, on some of these. Then again, it depends on perspective. But this guy right here, y'all, is allegedly picked the last 40 presidents. You said
40 elections. Now
40 elections.
I don't know what elections all that include. Okay. I think it said that the first one that he got right, or that he started doing, was Ronald Reagan in 1984, okay. And that he hasn't faltered off of any election results since then. But part of that I feel like can be propaganda too. You put those things into these people that aren't really into, what's going on in the country and stuff like that, and they're like, well, shit, what's it even matter? This man's already said Biden's going to win. Why do we need to go vote for Trump? I don't know. I think a bunch of it's propaganda, and we're just infiltrated with it.
But he does say that he's picked them all. He's got these keys, and Trump's not going to get in there. Let us know what you think in the comments, y'all. Shout out my boy Jesus Leon says it's very cringy. Honestly, he Judeo-Christian, two things that do not go together. That's like hearing nails on a chalkboard. Even worse. I totally agree. There's nothing Judeo about my Christianity. I'm an American. I'm a Christian, and I don't even like them labels on me. Judeo-Christian. I'm just a Christian. So let's continue. Manny says Candace Owens spoke about the tunnels, and now she don't work for the Daily Wire. Wonder why. Remember that, y'all? What happened to the tunnels?
Yep.
That was crazy as hell. Okay, so
Never heard anything else about that, did we?
nope. Let's see here. Patricia says exactly. America needs to clean up their own backyard before stepping into someone else's backyard. America first. That's all we're saying. I'm not trying to sit here and say I'll say what I want, right? But I'm not going to sit here and just say screw this country, screw that country. I'm just saying what about my country? And you know what's crazy? I think we got some grown-ups in the chat here. My wife, right, was telling me on the porch of all places that she saw my son Abeka, sis, the Abeka, itinerary, the Abeka homeschool. And she's like, man, she goes, I got real interested until we were learning about the Civil War. She said that the Civil War, from what she's reading in between the lines, right, because you know how history's, dictated. But she said that Abeka, which is a Christian, homeschool program, and she even said that it's not like really a pro-Israel theology / schooling. She hasn't really caught a Zionist or a pro-Israel approach from Abeka. I like that with my son. And plus they use the King James Bible when they teach the Bible in there. But she said the Civil War, if she's reading in between the lines, which I've heard this many times, it was never really about slavery. I don't know if I'm getting in trouble on YouTube for saying this, but my wife said that, yeah, they had slaves back in the day, the South, but this was more about taxation. And my wife's like, my wife's like, you know what? I'm reading more about this and how it worked. She told me about Lincoln. When Lincoln died, like 5 days after the Civil War ended, Lincoln didn't want to put no punishment on the southern states for, the uprising, but the next guy that preceded did. And she was just telling me basically a lot of things about the Civil War and about, even slavery, how, man, I gotta be careful with my words, but man, I'm just be quiet. I ain't gonna lie. I'll just say right now, my wife says that in a sense that she thinks that a lot. Man, I'm just gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna even say that. I'm gonna mess around and get in trouble over here. Go ahead, sis.
Jefferson Davis was my grandfather's third cousin, which made him my fifth cousin. I have a lot of history that I could talk about. Can't talk about it really on YouTube, but the things that are portrayed are not actual or factual, and yeah, but everything, and it's going to just get worse as time goes on because they've taken down the monuments, they've gotten rid of documents, they've gotten rid of names off of schools, things like that, so people are never going to know the true history because it's being erased every single day.
Sis, someone's talking about Ryan Garcia.
I know, I saw that.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. What do y'all think about this? Let us know in the chat. Chrissy, pull up a comment or two if you find one. But they're saying that Ryan Garcia tested positive for, I forgot the actual substance. And I didn't see the comments, y'all. I mean, you need anything like this to basically, go against someone. There it is. They gave him the ammunition. People are saying he cheated him. He cheated Haney. He robbed him. And basically, he got, hit with the UA. Go ahead, sis. What do you got?
Here it is. He tested positive for performing enhancing drugs.
Wow.
Ahead of the Devin Haney fight. Yeah, he sure did. Veteran boxing reporter Dan Raphael was the first to share a report of Garcia's failed test, claiming the result was related to the performing enhancing. I'm not going to say that D word again. Osterine. He tested positive on April 19th, the day before the fight, and on April 20th during his post-fight evaluation. So he,
What do you think about that, sis? What do you? I asked everybody in the chat. I asked you first, Christy. Do you think that he cheated?
Yeah. I don't know. He's something. So as much as I love to hear him profess Jesus is Lord and all of that, I absolutely love that. I have to tell you, I tried to I tried to decipher if he was playing a part and acting crazy whenever he was sitting there with Haney and talking to that person in the audience and all of that. He looked like that he was under the influence of something, like some kind of upper, and he just seemed really off to me compared to I seen him. After the fight, he seemed more like himself, which was, proclaiming love to Jesus and all of that. But something seemed off to me. But it doesn't, nothing, there is nothing that anybody could say to me or do to me or show me that I would ever be surprised about anymore.
Yeah, right.
We have been taken advantage of so many times in so many ways that nothing surprises me.
Thank you.
Nothing. Nothing.
Let us know what you think in the comments, y'all. Ryan Garcia, he took to Twitter to talk some ish. One of the first things I put up on Twitter was this Say Cheese TV post, and yeah, I'm gonna say that it don't matter. Even if they messed up, even if they are lying, it don't matter. This is already out in the news. Even if they come back and redact it what's the word called? They take it back, y'all. It don't matter. This is already out there. His name is blemished. His name is tarnished, and this is going to look very bad on him going further, and who knows. But then again, y'all, Ryan Garcia put the whooping on Haney, whatever his name is, but now they have a way out saying, hey, it was a cheat. He cheated. So let us know what you think in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. But there it is. Twitter's going crazy with Ryan Garcia and this controversy. I'm going to try to find some of his tweets. Go ahead, sis.
Well, Al just made a really good point. He said, in his opinion, he thinks most people are manufactured idols, and I completely agree. Whenever the more that you really look at the people coming out against the gatekeepers like Oprah and Tyler Perry and, Kevin Hart and those people, you think the same thing doesn't happen in the sports world and in music and in every part of everything. Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of
Wow.
manufactured people out
Well,
there.
good point, Rio. Man, that's man. God bless Rio. Always with critical thinking skills. I think a lot of stuff is fake, y'all. I'm just gonna say this: musicians, especially rappers, but I think a lot of this stuff is fake, and they're picked, y'all. Everybody, man, I gotta be careful with my words here. I hate to reveal too much here, but the point is this: you're not gonna make it to a certain level unless you sell out. Chrissy, do you agree with that statement?
I absolutely agree completely.
Okay, so I said to say this. In order to be very successful on the entertainment realm, on that platform, superstardom, should I say, you have to abide by the rules and by their agenda. Now, if we take it to social media, we can see what they're talking about. Because on social media, you cannot say certain things, act a certain way without getting deplatformed or demonetized. Okay, there's levels to this. Even with us, we got to make sure that our content's clean and clear on the YouTube front, y'all, of all places. The point is, I think Rio is correct with what he's saying. And I'll even take it a step further and say this. This is just the way it works and how it's been working for many years. And we can go from celebrity to the president. Who knows? And I got to be careful here. But sis, I do agree that a lot of this stuff is fake. We have a lot of entertainment industry that's just in our face. That's not even I always said the sport's rigged, right? There's bookies, there's betting. It's all about money. So again, manufactured idols, people that are put on these plateaus for a reason, selling out, doing God knows what to get there. I believe y'all in the grand scheme of things, it's not just very much possible. It's just the way it is. This is the way it goes in life, especially in 2024 and more. Go ahead, sis.
I just got completely off of track because people are talking about the threat that you got from SPM, and I
I'll
told
put that up
them
in a
to come.
minute.
I want SPM to keep sending those threats because it gives us more reasons and more proof to keep him locked up.
Well, it wasn't an SPM threat. It was someone from Dope House, and they said that Dope House told him to tell me to quit my ish. What do you know?
I ain't quitting shit. Come for me. I ain't quitting
worried about
nothing.
him. Okay, so let's go to man. Okay, let's listen to this, y'all. I'm gonna go to what he was saying. He even said something, y'all. Is it right here?
Everybody knows that I don't cheat.
Right here.
What's
I
up,
saw this. Okay, Christy, listen to this. Everybody in the chat, tell me what you think about this. He made a statement basically. I don't know if it's his girlfriend in the background. Very telling. I think that if you go online, like Mike Bone said earlier about me, he likes my demeanor, the way I conduct myself. No weirdo, no lying vibes over here. This is just what I am. I get in trouble for it sometimes, being too blunt. But I think it's good to see a face behind the voice. And I'll say this, to see Ryan Garcia make a video to denounce these rumors of him cheating, I think that's a good look as far as trying to be upfront about it. Now, you judge for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, if you believe his demeanor, his tone, and the people that are with him. This is a very telling video, to say the least. Christy, get ready. Here we go, chat.
What's up, everybody? I came on here to address this bull fucking shit claim that I cheated.
Lies.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that I don't cheat. What can I say? Why didn't they come out with this before, the fight? If they found it before, why would they let me step into the ring
Wow.
as a cheater and then come out with the victory and then they post this, Again, these are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason, but no weapon against me shall prosper. I never taken steroid. I don't even know where to get steroids at the end of the day. I barely, take supplements. They're saying it's coming from the ashwagandha. That's fucking retarded. So, at the end
Lies.
of the day, big lies. I beat his ass. Fuck out of here. Everybody go to Warwick tonight. It's lit.
And I was
Let's
with
get
this
it.
guy every single day. And I never ever saw
Fuck the Haney's.
His left hook took him out.
Sis, and
That's all I could say.
I ain't gonna lie, his girl looks pissed, and his buddy looks pissed. I believe Ryan Garcia right here, but then I'm gonna show you what he
I do
posted.
too.
Check this out. So he's saying this to whatever the witch. I'm gonna show you. He posted this on Twitter. But the point is, let us know in what you think in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if he's lying or not. But I think the guy's telling the truth. Good point. If he tested positive for these substances, why didn't they stop the fight and let them fight then? Right? Ain't that their job as a high caliber fight, organization and sports, whatever? Isn't it due diligence, and isn't it for the safety of everybody involved to make sure if someone is taking a substance, performance enhancing substance, that the fight should be called off or even whatever, right? Just canceled. But let me show you what he was talking about, y'all. He took this actual right here. My bad, I shouldn't have took this stuff, and it's called Saguana Witch.
Ashwagandha or something like
So he's saying this is what it was. I don't know. Who knows, right? Go
there's
ahead.
been other sports figures out there that have gotten in trouble from the same it's just like a vitamin, I don't even know how to explain what it is, but have been in trouble for the same thing. But the point that he said really made sense. Why would he agree to a drug test if he knew that he was taking, something that would get him out of it? And the other thing is he weighed in 3 pounds overweight and lived up to his part of the bet. Did you hear about that?
No, he paid him, right?
So Ryan Garcia and Haney had a bet that they would come in at weight, and I think it was $500,000 for every pound that they came in overweight. Ryan Garcia came in, I think it was at 153 or something like that, and he paid up on his bet to Haney.
Amen. Of all things, he's sharing Daily Loud's tweet of Chrisean Rock saying she stopped smoking and drinking. And when
there's the video right there.
Her son is hurting. I'm sad. We're gonna do a video on this tomorrow, y'all. It's gonna be hopefully a banger. Hopefully, whatever, right? But we're gonna drop a video about this tomorrow. Our last video had a lot of success. We really did a great job, in my opinion. 280,000 views on the last video with Chrisean. People are looking for her, y'all. I asked my wife. I said, I wonder why my video is getting an uptick of every day someone's commenting on the video. But I told her, it's been like multiple people commenting in the last 3 or 4 days, like 5 to 10 comments every day. This is a 3-month-old video, y'all. And my wife said because she's kind of disappeared. My wife said that whenever Blueface is in prison or locked up, Chrisean is locked up, basically. So she don't really post that much on her socials, but she is on Snapchat. I heard she's making a bag on Snapchat. But that's what my wife said, that usually whenever Chrisean or Blueface is locked up, Chrisean is out, is locked up as well. And that's why she hasn't really been seen that much. But they are on our YouTube catching that video of that we did, and it's still getting views to this day, y'all. And the people are interested. I could tell by just them commenting, throughout the week. And it's been 3 months since we dropped that video, so we got one dropping, God willing, tomorrow. And Ryan Garcia shared this video saying that her baby is hurting. I don't know, sis. The baby's there. It don't like he's in too much pain or whatever, but I guess
whenever you watch the video, and I really want to not show that video too much until we can break it down, because there's so much about that video that just looking at it like that, you don't see. The one that you watch that's like closer to 7 minutes long, there is so much to talk about with that video.
Alex says, how do I super chat? How do you super chat?
I told him that you had taken them down because you said you wanted your people to give it to their children.
No,
well,
that's not. That was a while back. Sis, I'm trying to wonder why it should be. Probably because the video is not monetized.
No, anytime you go live, there was a little $ down there where we could send super chats.
Why is it not right now?
You might have it turned off.
Let me check. Go ahead, sis. Talk about. Let's go to the Facebook real quick while we figure this out. No, I'll take. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take a super chat. Amen.
Okay. But no, I want to just. So the handshake that I was talking about was $500,000 bet between the fighters for every pound Garcia came in over the 140-pound super lightweight limit. He came in at 143, and he paid Haney $1.5 million. Whenever he went to the weigh-in, he chugged a beer while he was weighing in, and came in 3 pounds. Came in 3 pounds over, so he had to pay him $1.5 million off of a handshake. But he lived up to it.
I saw. Yeah, and he paid it. I think he made $50 million. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think off the fight that he made $50 million, but the bet he paid him was $1.5 million. Yeah, there's not a super chat option down here right now, Kim. I don't know.
Let me make sure. I think it's right here. It's not monetization. It's because I'm clicking it on now. It's because the thing is, whenever I go live on software that goes into YouTube, and then now I'm in the YouTube in the background, fixing it. Let me. And I'm glad Alex said that, not for the freaking money, but I mean, I'll take the blessing and I'll take the algorithm push with the money. And plus, that's my boy Alex. But the point is, I'm glad he said that, sis, because I want to make sure, on our end, everything's looking good.
Well, tell him that I wasn't trying to lie, though, because that is what you said for a while.
I was saying that, but like I said, that's been a long time. But at the same time, if someone wants to give a super chat, they can do what they want to do, basically.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it's what it was. Is when Kim would give me $50 super chats, I was like, man, that's cool. I like that. I said, but if you want, this is the reason. It ain't about the money. I would rather have a super chat for the algorithm,
like the 99-cent ones. Yeah,
that's what I said. What I said a long time ago was basically this: if you want to give me a $50 super chat, God bless you. That's cool. But if I were you, I would recommend you give $49 to your kid and give me $1.
Yeah.
Reason being, for the algorithm push, hey, I'll take $1, and then you keep the most money. Times are tough. But if you want to super chat, whatever, do whatever you want to do. That's just my suggestion. And I never ask nobody for money, but I will leave I do want to have my super chats and my monetization up on my YouTube, because we work hard for this, y'all. And that's just all there is to it. It's making content, and it's not like we're sitting here begging. But I'm glad Alex brought that up, sis. Can you check now? Is the super chat's working?
It's not showing up for me, but
no, it's probably. I don't know. And it's probably not going to work because the live is going. But it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, it's not working right now. Yeah. But it's all good. Let's continue with the Facebook, though. God bless all my people out there in the comments. Y'all know what's up. Let's see here. I want to go to the Facebook. Now, this is where we're going to go, sis.
Rob said, Nino, get me money. I love Rob.
We ain't going to talk about the money, y'all. Sometimes, y'all, it's, I'll just say this. We put a post up a while back to help some people, and Chrissy told me that we picked the person, but it's just sad, right, sis? You told me before we started, the people that wrote you, like, we can't help everybody. We try our best, and I'm gonna tell you right now, dealing with money and followers, we never ask our people for money. We always give it away. I must be honest, and it does suck sometimes, y'all, when I feel like we get taken advantage of. And it messes it up, right, Christy, for other people because, you know, I'm in a good mood. I got a big check. I don't know. I went viral, you know, whatever. And I'm like, man, let's do a giveaway. And we give money away sometimes, y'all, and we get burnt, right, Christy? Or something happens down the line, we're like, damn, you know, was it really needed when someone else is writing us that they really needed it, and then we give it to some person, and then without saying too much, just touch on that real quick. I just got to keep it real. That sucks. You try to help people, and sometimes you feel like you get burnt.
Well,
not even you get burnt. That they lie to you, and then you're like, "Damn, I could have helped somebody else out that really needed the money." Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
I mean, and know that Rob that are helping cancer patients, and he himself, it's his story to tell. I'm not going to tell. Has dealt with his own health issues and things like that. He started a nonprofit that he's helping cancer patients all over California, Florida, Tennessee, everywhere. And then you get people that you ask for proof, and the proof that they send is bogus. And, you know, it's just really sad because, you know, this isn't the first time that we got burned.
It's like it almost happens every time. Almost every time. I'm not saying every time. Hold on, sis. I don't want to say like I want to throw nobody under the bus. I'm just saying it seems to happen. Well, let's just wait on that. But I'm just saying it seems like it happens more often than not, y'all. And I'll leave it at that. But let's just move on. I don't even talk about it anymore, sis. All right, so let's go to this. This video, Christy. Did you think that this clip was going to go viral?
Yeah.
So what is this video from, sis? Tell them.
Hold on, because remember I'm lagging. Wait, which one are we at? Oh, the one about me. Oh, yeah. So, oh my gosh, guys. So I took over the show. It was a few videos ago. You'll have to go back and I'll have to link it or something. But I decided that I was taking over the show. Kind of took Nino by surprise. He was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, I'm interviewing you today," and really talked to him everything from like childhood through the oil, him getting involved in the oil field and trucking and all of that. But I asked him a question, and boy, when I tell you that people on TikTok got mad at me.
It's like everywhere, but we got TikTok. Go ahead.
Yeah, TikTok was really bad. I mean, people were mad at me everywhere, but TikTok people want to jump through their daggone phone and get at me. I said, so I want to ask you this, Nino, because, you know, we've really never discussed it out loud. We've heard what you said, but are you really 100% American, or were you born in the United States? And whenever I asked that, why did I ask it like that? People went off, and it went mega viral.
It got shared.
No, I did not think that clip would go viral like it did. No.
And I'm bringing it up because last time I was live and I talked about it by myself, but I wanted Christy to answer for herself. But people were in the comments mad, and then a lot of Trumpers and even conservatives were like, "Why are you bringing up Trump? Why?" You know, I think they don't even know. On TikTok, they don't really know us that well, but we go viral. But the point is, Christy asked the question of what ethnicity, was I? I said I was white. And you know what? I'm going to say it again. I am white. My birth certificate says white. I'm going to pull it up on a video, and I'm going to show everybody if they can, you know, shut up already. But Christy asked the question. The video went viral, and then it got shared. Now, this is where we want our money, right, Christy? It got shared on a bunch of pages, okay? So the first one that shared me was this guy. Where's he at? If I get there, this dude right here. Oh no, the second guy, 44 Vato, shared me. That's the homie. He really cut it up really good, right, sis?
Yeah, he did. Oh.
And what people don't know, that's the homie.
Yeah, 40. You know,
everybody's mad thinking that we beef or whatever. That's we talk. I'll leave it at that.
I'm telling you, this dude though, what I like so much about this dude is he truly is a Christian. Mm-hmm. He pinned my comment about us giving out Bibles, and he really is a Christian. He plays both sides of the fence, but you know, he gets the interaction. And yeah, he cut it up real good.
Okay, and then the next guy, what do you think about this guy, Carlos Eduardo?
He is, oh my goodness, he looks like an effeminate loser is what he looks like to me. He was doing it more to roast you than anything.
Big time.
And whenever I read his profile, it says that he can help illegal immigrants get through the system pretty fast, and all of that. And yeah, I don't care for this dude. And I wrote him in his comments saying that everything that he gets, he's got 8 million followers, I believe. I said that everything he made off that, we need 50% of, since he used your content.
Well, actually, if you strike somebody down, you get 100% of their content.
Well, how do I do
Or their
that?
revenue. No, I would leave it alone. I think he's I think he's already up. I think he's already up to 3 million plus views on the video. But he ain't dumb. He just used one little clip. But again, he was talking about me. It's like one of his biggest videos up to date. So was a 44 Vato. 44 Vato, it wasn't the highest viewed, but I'll tell you what, it was the highest comments. If you look at this video compared to his other ones, it's like 3,000 comments on this video. Everybody's mad at your boy. But yeah, we went.
Beanie said it looked like he needs some nutrition.
What's that?
Beanie said it looks like he needs some nutrition.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, this guy right here, he does numbers. But the thing is, y'all,
Yeah, because
it's sad. TikTok's fixing to go away though. So Eduardo better get a job. Eduardo's gonna be unemployed though.
he's not gonna have a way to help all those illegals coming over.
But anyways, let's go. All right, so let's continue, sis. Justin Bieber, and then talk about him. Let's go. Okay, actor Russell Brand. He said he got baptized on Sunday. We made a video about this guy, y'all. Yes, we called him a pervert. Yes, we have proof to back it up. People got mad at us for saying this because this guy's somewhat of a conservative influencer. I don't know what you want to call him, y'all, but he got baptized. I was hoping the best for the guy.
Me too.
Bad news is a couple days after, or the day after, let me find it. I got so much posted over here. My bad. The couple days after, here he is playing with the tarot card. the day after he gets baptized, y'all. And I had to post it. You know, I didn't roast him, but yeah, he there he is, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about what did Rio say? Manufactured idols.
Yeah.
And they love this guy, y'all. You know, the conservatives, the boomers, a lot of people on YouTube, I'm telling you, they love this guy. It kind of makes me wonder sometimes, like, you know, do these people get boosted, you know, organically?
Rob said that Fu got baptized by the fashion police.
Oh, dear.
Oh, these comments, I'm telling y'all, we are so savage. You know what? If he truly got baptized and he's in the beginning of his walk or whatever,
Amen.
I hope that he finds the right path. But this isn't it, Russell. Just telling you, this isn't it.
Okay, let's continue. All right, so let's go to the next thing here. What else we got here? Oh, Drake. This was pretty zesty. That's the word they use nowadays. People got mad at me for this one too. This one went viral. 171 likes on Facebook, but it got like 400 or 500 on Instagram. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture that, you know, has been unearthed of Drake, and I don't know, somebody that he used to do a show on or whatever. I'm just gonna say this. Where I come from, I base it off where I come from. Where I come from, the way grown men are in my circle, the way I am, you will never catch me dead sitting close to another man like this. Even as a kid and a teen, we wouldn't play this stuff. If you acted like this when I was younger, they would take you outside, and I'll leave it at that. Even as a kid, as a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, it wasn't played. You don't play with these things. So I posted this, and some people, like probably 25% of the comments were saying it's not a big deal. Boys will be boys. Ladies and gentlemen, you judge for yourself. I just know that in my time, in my day and age, we did not act like this whatsoever. You will never catch us taking a picture like this. Your thoughts on this pics? Go ahead, sis.
Well, Nino, I haven't even talked to you about this, so this is going to be some breaking news in your ears. This picture and me calling it what I call it, which I think is just reprobate behavior. Wow. And all of it has caused a high amount of tension in my household.
What?
And yes, so you know that my stepsister is engaged to Drake's sound engineer, and they felt like that I was giving a bad representation of Drake, and I told them I didn't care, that we don't get along anyway. I'll always be the black sheep of the family, and that they could kiss my tail feathers. So, yeah, but I
Why,
think
sis?
it's
Why,
absolutely.
sis? Why? Because they work with him.
Yeah, because yeah, and that yeah, but it's just it's disgusting. You can absolutely see the way that they're sitting. Yeah. So the dude has his look how Drake has his hand. The dude has his hand on Drake's leg. The other dude is sitting on the other dude's lap.
Ugh.
I don't care what kind of pictures you could take back then, and you all had to squeeze in. I remember having to squeeze in for band pictures and for school pictures and all that, but we never did that kind of stuff.
Any good comments, sis?
Well, no, Elle just said exactly what is true. Drake is Canadian and half a J.
Mm-hmm.
And Vegas woman said it's three dudes hugging all up on each other, and it's the truth. That's exactly what it is. And everybody, that was the biggest thing, is that everybody was trying to say, well, this was from the television show Degrassi or
What
whatever.
does that matter?
What does that matter? Like, you decide if you're going to participate in this kind of behavior.
Well, there it is, y'all. I posted it. I saw it on Twitter. I ran it on my platforms. It got it got the responses I thought. But like I said, 20% of the people on all platforms, y'all, were basically saying there's nothing wrong with this. I'll leave it at that. Let's move on, sis.
Yeah, I can't read these comments.
Sis, right here, somebody shared this, and I shared it. It didn't do too big numbers on my Facebook, but this was when gas was $1.58 a gallon, $1.95 for diesel. It says the good old days. Took this picture the day after Biden got 81 million votes. I knew that this was going to happen. A fellow patriot wrote this, and your thoughts, sis?
I just, I had to do some traveling recently, and I've talked to you about that. But I was traveling through parts of Indiana and Tennessee, and saw diesel was still at almost $4 a gallon, and was like, wow. Yeah, and it's amazing to me. I had to go into Walmart today, and was walking through something, and saw just like this thing of caramel popcorn, and my niece's little girl loves caramel popcorn. $10.95 for caramel popcorn, and I was like, when is this gonna end? And yeah, it's crazy, but I don't know. I don't think we'll ever see numbers that low again, ever. And for you, I kind of hope we don't. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see numbers at that level again.
I can't even believe these numbers.
It's hard to even remember that. I remember that I had a 32-foot speedboat whenever I lived in Kentucky, Indiana, right on the border. It was a Baja speedboat,
Yeah.
and it cost it was 99 cents a gallon, and it would cost us about $100 to fill up. So it was about 100 gallons. And yeah, there's no way that you could afford to go out boating and doing that kind of stuff now. Just absolutely no way.
Shout out DJ Close. Good to see you, Nino, since 2018. God bless you. Thank you. We're here. We're still here. All right, let's continue, sis.
Do you think we'll ever see gas at that level again?
I'm never going to say never. In the foreseeable future, say 4 to 8 years, maybe. In 4 years, maybe. In 8 years, hopefully, depending on who's in there. So,
yeah.
Let's get to this one. Would you wear these, y'all? This is a new woke trend. Pea stain pants going for $600 to $800. This was a hit on my Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, someone looked like they pissed their pants, and they're charging you $800 for the said jeans. Your thoughts, sis? Hold on, I'm gonna say something. Someone said next thing they're gonna do is come out with the dookie stain. I said don't give them ideas. Go ahead.
I swear I was just thinking I'm getting ready to go into design, and I'm going to make a dookie stain one.
Oh my goodness.
Could you imagine sending your kid to school in something like this? This is absolutely disgusting. I have no words. Like, I just have no words. And I'm on a lag, so I see you laughing, and then it cracks me up even more. Yeah.
This is wild, y'all. Hey, the worst
When
part.
I saw this on your post, I was like,
Wow.
where does Nino get this stuff? Like,
Twitter,
it
baby.
just,
Twitter.
yeah, I can't.
Sis,
I'm telling you.
I guess the worst part about this is it's freaking $800. Like, damn, sell them for 50, 40.
Is it scratch and sniff too?
I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I
Gross.
first seen like ripped jeans, like that was a new fad, which it's always kind of been fashionable for, the 80s, 90s, whatever, right? But I remember I don't know if it was my daughter or my wife's cousin or nieces, whatever, would come around with brand new pants that had rips in them. And I'm like,
I love them.
but sis, I was like, why the hell would you want to wear brand new pants that have holes in them? But that's the way I think. I'm old school, but you know what I mean, sis? Like,
I know.
then let's go a step further. Why would you want to wear piss stained pants, y'all? Pants with urine stains, like that's disgusting. I don't know.
And I mean, you're right though, because I mean, I remember, I talk about being raised on that farm, and a lot of the people that lived around us were really poor, and they came to school with holes in their jeans and stuff like that, and were made fun of.
I'm finna say,
And so then,
in my day,
yeah,
there wasn't something to brag about if you had a hole in your knee, That was embarrassing. It was, I mean, I guess not embarrassing. We're kids, but I'm just saying it wasn't something to be proud of. You know what I mean?
what is this part of the inclusivity, like pee in your pants and all that? Is this part of inclusivity and all that? I don't know.
Beats me.
I just don't understand. That is the most, and $600 to $800. Wow.
Vegas woman said, "I'll pee on your pants for $50." There you go. Okay, this is the last one we got here. Please do not break my window again. The car has already been broken into. There's nothing in here. I said, do you think this will make thieves think twice? This was, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia. I thank God I live in Texas. All my cars, windows are up. They're locked. I have cameras. I'm in my neighborhood, beautiful, safe neighborhood. Your thoughts, sis? Someone's leaving an actual sign to not break in the car. Some people in the comments were saying that they just leave their car windows down just to avoid this. I'm just glad that I live in West Texas where it hasn't got to that point where they'll break your windows. Never say never, like I said earlier, but this is pretty sad. Do you think a paper is going to stop a thief from breaking the window to get into a vehicle? Go ahead.
I think it actually probably will make more hooligans do it just to be spiteful. Wow. I mean, if somebody's going to steal something, a sign in the window is definitely not going to deter them. I think what it does do is bring attention to, hey, they don't want their window broken again. Watch this. So I think, I don't think that that's going to help anything.
Let me get to my personal page, y'all. Where's my personal page? What happened now?
I got holes in my knee for proposing to these hoochies.
Okay, let's go to my personal page. I wanted to show y'all something real quick. Hey, there's me and Right Wing Angel over here. Where's my personal page at? There it is. Okay.
There was something that you were scrolling through a minute ago, Nino, that I wanted to ask you about. It was a dude. Is that a real tattoo on his neck?
Oh,
Look
Moby.
how young you look.
Moby. Yeah, I don't think it was real, sis. Freaking loser. Soy boy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was real, sis. Man, let me get over here. Where's my dang?
Is that a tornado?
Yeah, I'm trying to get over here if I can. I can't move my screen. Hold on real quick. Okay. It ain't working with me. Dang, shit, I can't move it over. Chrome. Am I on Chrome right now? What?
Yeah, I just wondered if that tattoo was real. I saw that it said.
No, I don't think it was real, sis. Man, I can't close this Google, sis. New window. It's kind of pissing me off now. I can't freaking.
You had bad weather there today, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say y'all were dodging some tornadoes and stuff?
It was supposed to be some hail. Man, I can't fix this, sis. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there it is. Golly. Okay. So this is Fort Stockton, Texas, y'all. And thank God nothing happened. It never touched down. I think there was 3. They call them. What do they call them?
Destinados,
No, they
funnel
call them. They
cloud.
call them. No, it's another word. It's like a touchdown. I forgot what they called it. 3 of them hit Fort Stockton, Texas. It's about, I would say, an hour, 2 hours west of Midland. There was 3 videos, three different tornadoes that touched down, and this is the one that hit. Here's another picture of it.
I know they call like dual ones that come down. They call them sisters or twins.
No, it wasn't that. I wonder where this dude's at, sis.
What dude?
What's his name? Reagan Inahosa. This dude is a guy that lied to my city, saying that the school would be the new school bond would cost us 0 new taxes, which was a blatant lie. I told my wife, I said, this guy was good at tricking everybody. And I seen this guy when we went and voted. And yes, I'm a nice Christian. I had some choice words for this guy. He acted dumb. He was talking crap about me on a podcast. He helped lead the charge in the way for more taxation in my city. They're going to build a new school, and they're already lying about it. They're already like trying to add more stuff, like always, trying to steal land. I digress, but I made a post about this guy. I said, I wonder where this scumbag's at right now. I don't see him. I don't see him no more. I don't see him no more in my city, and it kind of pisses me off since I'm stuck holding the bill, having to pay my tax dollars to a school that my kids will never even step foot in. It pisses me off. Go ahead.
I put on your Facebook post that he's sitting somewhere on a vacation in his vacation home with his padded pockets, counting his money.
Mm-hmm. Sad. This was pretty crazy. I shared this on my Facebook earlier, but lonely male can relocate in Sweetwater. This is actually in Sweetwater, Texas. I didn't know it was in Sweetwater, Texas. They basically blurred out his information, but somebody commented and even showed a picture of him. But this guy is basically looking for a female to marry, enjoy karaoke, and he's in Sweetwater, Texas. That's 2 miles east of Midland. People said it makes him a target. Your thoughts on this billboard, sis?
I don't know. I mean, I just see, I don't know. I think that he looks like a sweet man. Of course, you can't look at people and tell what their character is or anything like that. But I think he's going to get a lot of people that are going to try to scam the hell out of him.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Dying is inevitable. We've heard stories. Let me ask you a question, sis. Everybody in the chat, and we're gonna move on. We're already about done. I got to spend time with my beautiful wife. Shout out everybody in the chat. God bless y'all. Christy, what do you think is the proper time frame? Say someone dies for the spouse to remarry. What do you think?
I don't really know if anybody can even put a time limit on it. My grandparents, I've told this story before, were married for 74 years, and my granddad lived another 10 years after that and was in his right mind and everything, but he would never have even looked at like even taking another woman out to dinner. My mom died at a very young age. She was only 61 when she died. And, my dad, I think probably it was, I don't know. I don't know if there's a right answer for that. For some people, I think that it's never. I don't think that some people could ever find, if you find your true soulmate, that you could ever remarry and stuff like that. For some people, I think it probably just happens naturally, and maybe they do. But I can tell you, and I do not mean this to sound like a pity party for me at all. Sometimes loneliness is the worst thing that there is. My son is 17. He's going on with his own life, got a beautiful girlfriend and all of that. And a lot of times I'm just left like alone. And so, I'm married, but separated and going to be separated for life. I'm not ever getting divorced, even though, a lot of people say, why don't you? It was my biblical vow. But, loneliness is a hard thing. So, I know a guy that is 28 years old and was married for 5 years, and his wife died from cancer, cervical cancer, right after she had their baby. And he has started dating again. It's taken him a few years, but I think it's just dependent on situation. I don't know.
Rob says 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Rob is a mess though.
Okay, Vegas woman says 10 years. What up, Cali
I
Confidential?
was seriously like, if you said no, Christy, you have to put a timeline on it. I would say 5 to 10 years would be my thing.
Bone says never. I'll tell you what the Bible says. It's till death do you part.
Yep.
It's a marriage covenant, and it's till one of you dies. So not even theoretically, theologically, biblically, you can remarry someone the day they put the day your spouse takes their last breath. I'm not saying I recommend that, because I've seen people close to us that, man, they're already dating within a couple of months. We're like, damn, even for a woman, it's kind of quick. I think it just depends on the person. I'm gonna be honest. My wife tells me that, if she passes before me, that she wants me to remarry, because she feels like I can't live alone. I don't do nothing. You already know, sis. I don't know how to work the washer. I don't know how to work.
You didn't even used to call it a washer. You used to call it that laundry machine
That
thing.
machine. Yeah, but
It's what you used to say.
but my wife said that she thinks that we know family members. I'm not gonna say too much, but that it was kind of sad to see them without their wives, because they couldn't even function. They didn't even know how to do certain things. And I think men are more prone to being in that predicament where we're lost if we lose our spouse. You know what I mean? And I think women are more prone to becoming widows. My wife said that if I were to go first, that she would be a widow till she would pass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think everybody's situation is different. It's kind of sad to think about it, but it is something that does happen, and we do know people. And I know we talk behind people's backs about this kind of stuff. Hey, they're with someone too quick, in our opinion, whatever. But ultimately, that's the person's decision. And like I said, biblically, once you are, once one of you dies, that marriage covenant is, I don't want to say void, but it's fulfilled.
I have to say this to you, Nino. Do you want to hear what a pastor marriage therapist said to me?
Not really, but tell me.
I'm going to tell you, even if you don't want to hear it. So he told me that the Bible does not differentiate between a death being like a physical death, and
wow.
it being a psychological death. That if the feelings and the abuse and all of that have caused a death psychologically, that's the same thing as a physical death. And I got up and walked out. I also, I think for people that don't believe in divorce and things like that, I think it's also sad that a judge can decide that if the other party disagrees with it and does not want that it's completely out of the other person's hands also. So if my husband was to be like, I want a divorce, and I'm like, no, I don't, then I really have no say. So the judge has the final say.
Me and my wife, people will come for counsel, young couples, especially when I was a nicer Christian. I'm a mean Christian now, but they would come to us for advice, and we would never preach divorce. We even know somebody that they had got divorced, and we were against it too. But I mean, they make their own decision. But biblically, you're still dead to you part, for better for worse, and we don't think there's any biblical reason to divorce somebody besides one of you passing. People try to use, cheating, having babies out of wedlock. That's not grounds for divorce. The King James says for cause of fornication. Basically, what Mary was accused of when she had baby Jesus in her stomach, they said that Joseph could legally put her away because she wasn't a virgin, which she was. So that's cause of fornication, when you're not married and you fornicate. Adultery is a whole nother situation. That's when you're married. The Bible doesn't say for cause of adultery. It says for cause of fornication. Back in biblical times, the Mosaic law, the law of Moses, you could put somebody away. You could divorce them if they claimed to be virgins and you took them to be your spouse and they were not pure. That was cause of fornication. You could put them away legally. But let's be honest, y'all, who gets married nowadays like that, right? Then again, that's how I want to marry my daughter. I want to offer her hand to her boyfriend or to her future husband, and, as a pure young woman. As a father, here's my daughter. I'm showcasing and giving her away as a pure young lady. Anyways, so that's why reading a King James is very important, having the right Bible, because these new Bibles, they put whatever in there. You can divorce somebody for sexual immorality. Well, man, that means that you can divorce them for anything. But again, I believe the Bible is very clear on this, and I'm not trying to be preaching to my people, but I'm going to say it. And I've been saying it since day one. You can only basically move on from your partner when one of you dies, right? Unless you were given away, your wife was given to you and was proclaimed to be pure and clean, and they weren't. Hey, that's a reason. But like I said, who lives like that nowadays, right? I digress. Final thoughts on that, sis, before we wrap it up.
No, it's just a hard subject. Because I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, it's such a touchy subject because, you know, I don't know. It's just touchy. It's just touchy. I agree with you completely. Whenever, if you truly are a Christian and you believe in your vows, you should know the exact covenant you're getting into.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it is completely my fault that I that I didn't make sure that we were equally yoked.
Mm.
And
And,
that's
and
a whole different thing.
and sis, and let me ask you, you knew better, huh?
After the fact, I mean,
But
the
I'm
first,
saying, well, let me ask you like this then. Hey, we're gonna get into Chrissy's business right now. I was saying, but I'm just
I don't care.
saying,
You know me,
but
I'm an open book. I don't give a crap. Y'all can
but
write a
sis,
book
but
about me.
but whenever you got with your husband, right? And you're not divorced. You got your husband. You knew about being equally yoked. You thought when you got married, because you were being a Baptist all your life, you thought when you got married, y'all were equally yoked, or did you know you weren't equally yoked?
No, I know. I did think we were, and part of that was just the manipulative side of him
Mm.
that I should have looked more into, should have listened to people that tried to warn me and things like that. But what I saw was my soulmate, and that's the truth. Didn't have an argument for 3 years. I got roses every Friday, beautiful engagement ring. We had a house,
Wow.
just exactly, we had the dog. Um, Ended up pregnant after 13 years of trying. Had exactly what I was thinking, and my when my son was 3 weeks old is when the abuse started. Whenever I should have looked more into his background and did not, and all of that. And I'll be 100% honest. I strayed far. I strayed as far left from Jesus during part of my marriage as you probably could ever go, until I had a wake up call. And like everything, it's like you talk about, that you were on fire for Jesus, and it's like literally I had an epiphany and was like, what are you doing? And knew that I didn't believe in divorce and all that, but knew at the same time I couldn't keep an abuser with me and my son, and separated. And I have to tell you, as awful as a husband as he was he is a great, great father to my son. And and I know that that's some people won't understand that, but because people would say, well, if he was abusing you, then he could be a great father. He has never been anything but a great father. I was blessed that my son never saw one bit of the abuse, never heard us yell, scream, fight, any of that. And if my son ever asked me, I will always be honest with him. If he ever asked me anything about his father and what his father did, but um, I will never forget whenever I said my vows to him, I cried through them because I meant them that much,
Mm.
and told him how much I loved him. And I still do. But, I've tried marital counseling. I've tried to get him to get involved with the church with me and all of that. And all I can say is he's married to the streets, and his number one lady is the street.
Yep. And I can vouch for the fact that there's many married to the street, but then again, there's also many married to multiple vices in life. Amen. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
I just
Yep.
give
Yep.
you I just give you credit, sis, because you always told me that, and I didn't want to tell your story, but you said your husband's, he's tied down to the streets. You won't divorce
Yep.
him, and
I'm an open book. I am a complete open book. I have a testimony, and can maybe one day we'll do an interview on me where I can tell you just like my whole story. But I did. I had to make a decision. I made a decision, and the decision was not to divorce, but to separate. He did come to me about 2 years ago, asking if I wanted to file for divorce, and I told him, I said, "You can do whatever you feel you need to do, but I'm never signing the papers.
Amen.
If a judge takes that power away from me, then that's on the judge. But God knows differently."
Mm. And there it is, y'all. That's what we believe. Well, with that, Dr. Phil, Nino over here. Guys, we
Yeah.
thank y'all. Frankie G says, what's your thoughts on the Geneva Bible? I'm just going to be honest and keep it simple, brother. I'm just King James only. I know it's somewhat derived from the Geneva Bible, I guess, but I just feel, that the King James, that's all I recommend. Nothing against the Geneva Bible. I've heard good things about it, but I think the King James is the perfect preserved Word of God, and it has never led me astray. I don't try to read other Bibles, no commentaries, no study Bibles. I used to love a Jimmy Swagger Bible. I was gifted a Jimmy Swagger Bible, an expositor. I actually have it on my shelf back here. It's a great Bible, King James, but they added commentary into the Bible, and now, of course, I'm against that. So the Geneva Bible, I don't know much about it. I've heard things about it, but again, I just stick with my own trusty King James, and that's all there is to it. I believe that's what happens with with people supporting other foreign nations. The Scofield Reference Bible interjected that theology into certain verses. Genesis 12, 1-3. God was speaking to Abram when he promised certain promises to him. People took that. The Scofield Reference Bible interjected a certain country, and now they run everything. And now every Republican, Ted Cruz, even Trump to a certain extent, they support this certain foreign nation that you can never speak bad about because you'll be called a certain name. And again, I think that the Scofield Reference Bible was a big part to play with a lot of people, as far as, them believing we have to support this country no matter what. And that's not what the Bible says. God is no respecter of persons. The Lord Jesus Christ said, if you don't have the Son, you don't have the Father. So it's simple as that. In Galatians 3:16, pair that with Genesis 12, 1-3, and you will see who the seed was, who the promise was made to. It wasn't seeds as of many. It was seeds as of one. That seed is Christ. So that's what I believe. Go ahead, sis. Final words.
My final words is this: Tony HTX, get the hell out of here, boy.
Look out, Trick. I got a video for you for hating on a Mexican. Do what you got to do, homeboy. That's all I got to say. Straight up. Do what you got to do.
What are you going to do? Internet comment.
So I'm in Southside Midland. Ain't nobody afraid of nothing, homeboy.
And I'm in South Florida. I'll give you, yeah.
This is a typical SPM lover over here, y'all. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
We got some good videos coming out for your boy, for your idol, the Chomo SPM. Don't worry.
Oh, and speaking of, Nino, I wanted to tell anybody that wants to be a part of this is going to be a video that we're doing soon. I've already got about 75% of my letter drafted to the parole board. And anybody that would like to also write the parole board with us to make sure that SPM stays locked up for his crimes that he's done, I'll have all the information ready. As a matter of fact, I'll post it right here. And we're keeping him locked up. And all the threats that people are making, all it's doing is giving us more ammo to screenshot and send to the parole board. So keep them coming. Please keep them coming. Please keep them coming.
No, but we got a good video finna drop y'all for SPM. His parole's coming in October. We are going to be showing you how to write a letter with Nino and Christy in regards to SPM. We're going to do a letter on the live here, show you where to mail it to, what we're going to write in our letter. We're going to write it, we're going to seal it, and we're going to deliver it to the parole board in the TDC. I forgot, what is it, Austin says? We have the information.
You can contact the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles by email at bpp_PIO@tdcj.texas.gov or by mail at the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles, P.O. Box 13401, Capitol Station, Austin, Texas. And hold on, just give me 1 second, Nino, before you say anything. Hold on real quick. And his parole number or his inmate number is 01110642. And we are writing and I am sending them every week to the pro board.
Thank you, sis. And it's
You're
funny
welcome.
because, 44 Vato came out with a video last week denouncing SPM, his support for him. It's simple as this, y'all. Once you see the paperwork, once you read the files, and then once you understand that he's in prison for this, what kind of person in their right mind would support a monster like SPM, a convicted chomo? I don't even care set up or not. You're in prison for that. There's no way I could ever be caught around you. But you know why? Because there's a good chance that you were convicted, that you were guilty, and I'm a father. Simple as that.
Nino,
I would never support someone like SPM with those charges. Go ahead.
the thing that I need to make clear is this was not a smear campaign against SPM. I do not know a thing about Mexican heritage, about Mexican rap, about Mexican music. The only thing I know Mexican in my life is Taco Bell and Corona. And whenever you told me, you said, Chris, this is, you say all the time, your yay's a yay and your nay's a nay. This is the honest to goodness truth. You said, Christy, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look up this name, see what kind of research you can find on this man, and I want you to get back with me. And I didn't know. I didn't know where you were going with things. You already knew the backstory. I didn't. So you told me to look up Carlos Coy. I looked him up. It led me to all of these things about him being incarcerated and da-da-da. I come across one thing that says for official transcripts from Harris County, Houston, Texas, right into this. I literally paid, I can't remember how much it was a page, to get the official transcripts on him. It goes through word by word by word of his trial. He had multiple victims. He was out on bond when he reoffended. He had multiple victims. I saw everything through the court documents. He had a juror of his peers that found him guilty. He is not due out till 2047. And here's the thing, if the man did it, and even if he was remorseful behind bars and came out and said, I have done a terrible thing, I might in my heart be like,
yeah, good point.
He made stupid decisions, whatever. But he has not done that. He has sat behind bars saying Dope House is going to come back. I am the domination. No, you're not a domination. You're an abomination. And he absolutely has shown no remorse. He has said that he was set up, he was blackmailed, he was all of these things. That family would have been in trouble for trying to blackmail to get money out of him. It is complete bullshit. These people believe whatever he says, and they're taking up for a monster that doesn't even know them.
Yeah, someone asked, is he up for parole? Yes, he is in October. Go look at our videos, y'all. We got lives. We got videos on SPM. We went through the paperwork. We got a lot of hate, a lot of blowback. But we stood on that. We stand on it now. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. We don't care about no damn death threats of violence. We're used to it already. So, yes, he is up for parole in October. We're going to be it's going to be a pretty good video because we're going to make an awesome video with me writing a letter on the video showing you how we're going to do it. We're going to show you where to mail it to. And we're going to hopefully it'll go viral and do numbers where we can showcase, that we're going to stand against this predator. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the recidivism rate, I didn't even know this until Christy brought this up, he's at a certain percentage of anybody that does these kind of acts against children. And think about it. Let's forget about the innocent, the baby, the 9-year-old, right? People like to take that off the table, which is crazy. But take it off the table for now. He was convicted of messing with these underage girls when he was out on bond. Okay, that was for sure. Then he got a 13, 14-year-old pregnant when he was over 20 years old. That's how he has a son. He has a son that even everybody knows it, okay? So besides the little 9-year-old girl, let's not even talk about that. He was caught messing with little 13-year-old girls when he was over 20, 25, 28. I don't even know his age, old pervert. And then he had a baby with the girl that was 13 and he was 21, 24. I don't even know. He was over 21. I understand maybe if you're 16 to 18, maybe, I guess, even that, hold on, sis, even that's wrong. But I'm just saying, 18 to 13, 14, that's still wrong. But when you're over 21, 27, I don't even know how old he was, 21 and up, and you're messing with a 13-year-old, nah, fool, that ain't gonna cut it. And that right there is documented. He had a child. Then he was out on bond and mess with a couple of 13, 14-year-olds when he was even older. So miss us with that crap. And he's in prison for child molestation. Simple as that. Go ahead, sis.
And the other thing that drives me crazy is people saying that this girl, this 13-year-old, that he met her at a strip club and she lied about her age. Okay, that's fine. She lied about her age. He messed with her. Could it happen? Absolutely. Here's my problem. In the official court documents, it says that he picked her up and dropped her off at freaking middle school numerous times. And these people still believe this dude.
Yeah,
it was a court-ordered paternity test that proved that he was the father of this baby. She got pregnant at 13 and I think had the baby at 14.
And people say, right, that they wanted to take him out. It was all orchestrated. But guys, this guy was a druggie. He promoted music that was just, degenerate music, drugs, alcohol, selling dope, so this guy was not making music to help or empower anybody. This guy made music for low lives. He was a low life, and he didn't know how to act right. He was a pervert then. He's a pervert now. And again, recidivism rate. Someone like him, Chrissy did the research. Once they get out, their recidivism rate, the rate of them reoffending is very high. They are more than likely able to, or they will reoffend once they get out. And then once they get off of paper, years down the line, they're more, it's more of a possibility of them committing the same act. Go ahead, sis.
The percentage is low when they first get out because they're usually on some kind of supervised release and all of that. Then whenever they get released from that, it's still kind of low, but it ends up going up. I'm going to go back and look at the exact numbers, Nino. I can't remember exactly what it was now, but I had all the stats out there, but it's over 60% recidivism rate. And I mean, this man has multiple victims, so it's going to happen again. And these people talking about they're going to take their kids to see him at concert, you need to have CPS called on you.
I'm going to be honest, sis. Like I said, simple as this. I'm going to say this to this certain extent. If someone is convicted of these charges, even if they're innocent, I would not hang with these people. I would not want to be caught around these people with that kind of charge on their jacket. And shame on Texas, y'all. California don't play. Cali, they bump them, they support them here and there. But from what I've seen on the internet, California does not support SPM. Thank God for the CDCR and the way they take care of child predators. In Texas, it seems like he got a pass. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some videos where they said that that he had to pay certain big money to be left alone. He's in a PC yard with the perverts. But the point is, Cali on the internet does not support this guy. Texas, on the other hand, they call him a legend. All this crap. Hell no. To me, he's a pervert, and I will never support SPM. And that's my campaign for the innocent victims, and not just for on him. Anybody that's a child predator, we are going to go against you, expose you, talk about you all we want. It's a free country. We got free speech. And as simple as that. Final words is I got to go. Let's go.
The only thing, I just got 2 quick points to make. The only thing, whenever you ask me how I initially felt about this, and I still go back to this to this day, there is nothing in my white pride enough to say that I would support something like that. How somebody has so much pride and so much loyalty to a Mexican music influencer that they would support this it's out of, I do not understand. I just will never get it. And then I can't even remember what the thing was I was going to say.
You're all pissed, right?
It gets me. Oh, it just gets me fired up because it's just disgusting. I mean, it is just disgusting.
All I say is this, ladies and gentlemen, I have somebody in my family that was ARD. Okay. I'm not going to say anything more, but it impacted my family member. It impacted my whole family.
For the rest of their life.
Chrissy, it tore up my whole family. I mean, and then, and to be honest, half of my family's big time divided. Half of them stood with the pervert, other half us, we didn't. So you can only imagine, sis, my family's in disarray due to this pervert's decisions to take advantage of a young girl. All I got to say is this thing not just ravaged this innocent victim, it also ravaged the whole family. We've all been impacted by this, and it's, this will never go away. the pain of being hurt by by a predator, it'll never go away. And so this is the least I can do is to expose SPM and others like him. Simple as that. I just want to say this: anybody that supports him, I hope this won't ever happen to you or a family member, because it's something we don't play with. It's not nothing to take lightly, and it's very sad if and when this happens to anybody. Go ahead.
And that dude obviously was speaking to me because you call a female a trick. What kind of man, how are you raised that you get on somebody else's live and say, look out, trick, I got a video for you hating on a Mexican. Come for me. I am prayer protected. I am not worried, and I will always stand out for what's right. I don't care if I have to take the wrath of somebody else. I will always stand for what's right.
Amen. And with that, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and end it. My wife, it's already 12:30 in Texas. Y'all thanks for staying up with us, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, God bless everybody watching on the live, y'all. Rob stayed the whole way. Rio did. Shout out HCB Chemistry. That's the homie. Shout out everybody on the live, y'all. Jesus, Frankie. We had Kim earlier. Who else is Vegas woman Beanie? Thank y'all, all of y'all that stayed this long. We appreciate y'all.
DJ.
DJ. What was it?
DJ Close. Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Close. All my people, y'all, Jesus, everybody, thank y'all. Again, the YouTube ain't booming like every other platform, y'all, but it's the last one we built. We are trying. We will continue to try, hopefully, and that's all there is to it, y'all. So, again, thank y'all for joining us and staying this long. Hey, shout out Brother Rob out there in Cali. Shout out all my Cali Patriots. Got a bunch of love for California.
This is my last point, and I'm not going to say nothing else. I have to tell you, Nino, there are some Patriots out in the streets, and I talked to you about this a little bit earlier, that are doing big things. That Rob, Noemi, you've got Trish, you've got all those people that are out there. And when I talking about fighting a big fight, are out there every day fighting for these kids' rights and for the indoctrination to stop and standing for what's right. And I have to salute my Cali Patriots.
Yeah, shout them all. Shout them all. What up, Cali Confidential? God bless y'all, everybody. We're out of here. To catch us on all social media platforms. Christ is Lord. Stay up. Protect your kids at all costs. America first. Christ is Lord. We're out of here, y'all. Thank y'all.